Konnichiwa, friends, and welcome to The Starving Student. My name is Lauren Murphy, and tonight we're going to be making some fabulous Asian stir-fry. So, let's head over and check out our ingredients. We have some fabulous stir-fry ingredients, and the best thing about stir-fry is you can pretty much throw whatever you want to into a pan, fry it up, call it Asian, and eat it. So, that's exactly what we're going to do. I started off with a nice pepper stir-fry pre-made vegetable kit from Bird's Eye. The great thing about this is you don't have to buy a bunch of different peppers and onions and chop them up yourself. All the work's been done for you, and it's a little bit cheaper than if you bought a pepper, another pepper, and an onion. So, good things. We have some white sliced mushrooms. They're pre-sliced. I am going to rinse them though because they look a little dirty, just like mushrooms usually are. We've got some soy sauce. That's going to go hand in hand with our stir-fry mix. This was only, a couple cents. Adds a lot of flavor though, so we're definitely going to be loving that. Put the onion powder over here. We've got some water chestnuts, which add some nice crunch and a little bit of more authenticity to our Asian recipe. I also have tofu noodles. If you do not have tofu noodles, if you cannot find them, these are pretty fabulous. It's only 20 calories for this entire bag of noodles. And if you can't find them, just use ramen. But when you make the ramen, don't put in the entire packet of seasoning, which is where all of the things that are bad for you in ramen are. So, any noodles can really be used. But I like these because, again, they're Asian, only 20 calories, and I felt like having tofu. We've got some broccoli, which we're going to chop up. And I baked some chicken earlier. It is still a little tiny bit pink. That's okay because we're going to saute it up. And it's going to be wonderful. So yeah, let's get started. We've got our stir-fry pan going on over here, our nice wok, if you will. This is not really a wok, because I don't have a wok. I like to wok, but it's good. So anyway, this is our wok. We have some olive oil all along the bottom of the pan. If you don't have olive oil, you could use a vegetable oil. I like olive oil because I feel like it brings out a nice flavor. So we're going to use that. We're going to turn it on to 7 or medium-high. Alright, so first rule of stir-fry, you start with your heartiest vegetables first. So, we have some broccoli over here that I have chopped, and we're going to start with our broccoli. Broccoli is very hard, very crunchy, so that's what we want to start with. And we're just going to toss that in there, and it's going to get sizzling pretty soon. Alright, next we want to do our peppers and onions. As you will know from any sauteing you may have done in your life, onions are usually some of the first things that you can saute because they add a lot of flavor and they kind of serve as a base for your stir fry or anything that you're sauteing. Fabulous. That's going to take a while to heat up. While it does, we are going to make our stir fry sauce. So, we have our stir fry packet. We have our soy sauce. It's light soy sauce because we're trying to be healthy. Alright, easy as 1, 2, 3. We have our packet. We have 1/3 cup of water in our bowl, which you probably won't be able to see because it's clear. And we're going to add 2 tablespoons of our soy sauce. So we're just going to rip that on open. Dump it in. It also calls for a little bit of sugar, so I'm going to grab that out. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce is comes out of this little tiny hole. It's like a couple of glugs, I'd say. Like 8 glugs. Not that a glug is an actual measurement of anything, but just enough to, you can measure it out if you want. I'm just being ridiculous. So go ahead and do that if you want. We're also going to get our sugar. Just add a little tiny bit, half a teaspoon. If I can find the sugar. My roommate who's filming this is probably going to make fun of me because I always need a step stool, or her, because she's way taller than me, to reach anything on our top shelves, and we don't have a step stool, and she wanted to get me one for Christmas, but I feel like that would have been really insulting because, I'd rather have something I actually want for Christmas instead of something I need to reach shelves when I have a perfectly good roommate who can reach shelves for me. Alright, starting to get sizzly. That's a good thing. Alright. A little bit of sugar. Like a little teaspoon of sugar. Perfect. we're just going to whisk that all together. Smell that MSG, it's great. Now I really love stir fry. Some of the best stir fry I've ever had was in Epcot, China, where I spent a lot of time because I work at Disney, and it's a pretty fabulous place if you've not been to Epcot, China. Yum! They have a really good tofu stand. It's kind of out in the middle of everything, and they make really good stir fry. And that's where I go whenever I can't afford to go anywhere else, which is pretty much all the time. Alright, as we can hear, our pan is getting sizzly with our broccoli and our peppers. Yum! Very nice. And it's very colorful too, so that makes for something that's really fun to eat. Alright, now that that's starting to sizzle away, we're going to add some spices before we drop our sauce in. So, I have some ginger. I'm very partial to ginger. It's one of my favorite spices. I also very much like people who have red hair, so very pro ginger. Got some pepper. Yay, we're going to give it some pep. Yay, pepper. Of course, garlic powder and onion powder. If you've noticed, I add these to pretty much everything, but that's because they make everything more delicious. Onion powder. And we had the foresight today to mix up the onion powder so I don't have to whack it like I usually do. So that's, oh yay, it's coming out. I'm excited. Okay, yay, onion powder. And a little bit of sea salt. Yum! Hooray! Mix that all in there. Fabulous. Now, like I said, I have some pre-cooked chicken. I marinated this chicken in an Asian sesame dressing. You could do it in a teriyaki marinade, or an Asian sesame dressing marinade like me, or whatever kind of marinade you wanted. Even a balsamic vinegar. The chicken is going to absorb a lot of our stir-fry sauce, so no matter what you marinate it in, it's going to taste good. Unless you marinate it in like mojo or something, that'd be weird. It'd be a weird mix of flavors. We're not ready for that. So, got our chicken here. Our chicken, like I said, is already cooked, so we want to add it at the last minute. Another thing we want to add at the last minute are our mushrooms. Mushrooms, as you know, have a kind of squishy texture. They're springy. They're very easily smushed around. They're not hearty like our broccoli or our peppers. So we don't want to add those too early, otherwise they're going to get all mushy. So we're going to drop them into our colander here, because like I said, the mushrooms are really dirty. We want to wash them off. And that is exactly what we're going to do. I'm a huge fan of mushrooms. Any type of mushrooms. I had a morel mushroom one time, and it was very delicious. We had it in home ec class. One of the local chefs in my town in Michigan came in and taught us how to make like roasted morel mushrooms with this like cheese and truffle sauce, and I'm like, none of us are ever going to be able to afford this. We're all from Michigan, let's be serious. Our parents are all laid off, come on. Help yourself, camera person. It's true. You've never been to Michigan. You don't understand. Michigan's a terrible place. Anyway, alright, so we're washing our mushrooms. Yay, and they're much cleaner and nicer. And that's a good thing, because nobody likes dirty mushrooms. Fabulous. As you can see, sizzling away here. Very good. Yay. Oh, look how colorful that is. Beautiful. We're definitely almost eating a rainbow, even though nothing we have is blue or purple. But my spoon is blue, so that's a good thing. You could probably wear purple while you eat this, and you'll feel like you're eating a rainbow. Probably not. That's okay. Lovely. All right, we're going to toss our mushrooms in. Wish I could give you lots of Asian facts, but I don't know many Asian facts. Never been to Asia. I did used to date a boy who spoke Japanese, so that was kind of neat. So I've seen, you know, the language and everything written. That's pretty cool. I do like anime, so that's kind of full of Asian facts, but not really. It's mostly just facts about me. But whether you love Asia or you're just visiting with your taste buds, this is going to be a fabulous dinner for you. And like I said, the great thing about stir fry is you can add in whatever you want. You know, if you want some peanuts in there, that would be great. If you want to have pineapple, that's a really great thing if you want to go for more of a teriyaki stir fry. Mandarin oranges, probably not sauteed in, but after the fact would be great. Any of those things would be good. And if you want to have it with rice instead of with noodles, you know, that's perfectly okay too. The soy noodles are really interesting. They're an interesting consistency, but I like them a lot. And, like I said, only 20 calories. Not too shabby. But you can definitely substitute for ramen if you have to. Hopefully, you will soon not be a starving student anymore, and you'll be getting a job, and then you won't have to buy ramen. And that'll be a good thing. Alright, so we have our soy noodles. They have kind of they're packed in a very weird smelling liquid. So we want to wash them of this liquid. It kind of smells fishy. It's just soy. I was lactose intolerant for a while when I was little, and I always had to eat soy things, so I'm told, and that never made me very happy. Alright, so we're going to rinse off these noodles. Yay, and they already smell better. Lovely. Again, don't be dismayed by the smell of the noodles. I know it's kind of yucky. Again, you can definitely use ramen, because ramen doesn't smell weird. But ramen is also not 20 calories. Let's be serious. We're trying to be skinny here. Alright, noodles are good to go. Put those off to the side, let them drain. And get some of that smell off. It's kind of weird, it's fishy. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. Alright, now we have our mushrooms in there. They're cooking up. We can add in our chopped chicken. Fabulous. I like to have a lot of chicken in my stir fry because I like protein. And like I said, it's just a little bit pink still, so that last bit of pinkness is just going to cook right off in our lovely pan here. Yum! You could definitely substitute shrimp if you wanted, if you were a shrimp person. Excuse me. I am not a shrimp person, therefore, all about chicken. There are lots of other things you could add to if you wanted to make this a vegetarian dish. You could soak some tofu in, some soy sauce or some chicken broth overnight. Well, I guess that wouldn't really help you if you're trying to be vegetarian. Vegetable broth would work. You could saute that up too. You could add some edamame. That would be nice. Edamame are the little green soybeans, in case you're unaware. Some sugar snap peas. Just depends on what you want out of your stir fry. Well, it definitely smells really good. Okay. Last but not least, our water chestnuts. which are, God, those noodles smell awful. It's gonna be okay. We have water chestnuts and they're sliced, as you can see, and we are just gonna drain them. I just really don't think I can use those. Those just smell awful. Do you agree with me, camera person? No? I should use them? Okay. I hate you. If this tastes bad, you're going to be in trouble. I think the noodles will be fine, though, because I've used them before, and I feel like I remember them smelling like that, and it ending up okay. So, we're going to see. If not, I'll pick them out and I'll put rice in, and it'll be just as good. Water chestnuts! Water chestnuts are really, really crunchy, and I love them for that extra crunch. If you don't have water chestnuts, you can always use carrots or celery. I personally hate celery in stir fry, but that's just me. Alright, one last mix of this all together. Mushroom overboard. Yum. It smells really good. Okay. Finally, we're going to add in our stir fry sauce, which is our soy sauce, our water, and our stir fry packet, and our sugar. Just going to dump that right on over. Fabulous. And we're going to add our very interesting smelling noodles. We're going to mix it all together, make sure everything's combined. Those noodles are going to soak up all those excess juices. Oh yeah, very yummy. Alright, now that everything is all mixed together, we are going to put a lid on our stir fry. In my case, tin foil, because I don't have a lid for this wok, which is totally not a wok. And we're going to let it simmer for about 5 minutes. We're going to come back and we're going to be done. And we're going to have a fabulous stir-fry meal that was ready so quickly. And it's going to be very Asian and delicious and fabulous. So, I'm Lauren Murphy. This was The Starving Student, and trust me that this turns out great. I will definitely blog about it if you shouldn't use those noodles. Have a great week,